Welcome to a day in life. So this is my day as a cyclist. It's now the morning and I'm just starting the day. Today is weekend, so I was planning to go for an outdoor ride, but the weather is really bad, so probably I do some like a core strength training, maybe indoors, and see how the weather turns out. Here in the Netherlands, you never know, it can be like sunny and all of a sudden like thunderstorm. So today I'm going to show you my day, and also I'm going to show you how I film behind the scenes using the Insta360 Go Ultra. Is really nice because it's super tiny and you can mount it anywhere. It has a bunch of accessories, so let's do it. So I like to use these accessories, very useful, especially mirrors, even walls. Now I like to do some skincare, especially as a cyclist. It's very important to take care of the skin. First, how I like to start my day, using some sunscreen. I like this one from Garnier because it's like with like a cream and nutrients, but also like sunscreen 50. I don't like to get very tan. It's also not good for wrinkles. At certain age, one has to take care of the skin. It is important to apply the sunscreen before going to the ride, like normally half an hour, so it has time to get into your skin. Also brushing your teeth. Yeah, more stairs. I live in a tiny Dutch house and the stairs are very steep, so I always have to be careful going down. And this is how I film. So I've been using this camera for quite a while and I really like it because it's super tiny, discreet and lightweight. Today is gonna be a challenge, so I get to test it with the wind. Filming YouTube videos can take some time, but it's kind of fun. But first, some food. I like to start my day before eating something with apple cider vinegar, but after I like to have some kefir for good bacteria and also some berries. Honestly, cycling is a great excuse to eat. So the good thing of apple cider vinegar, to be honest, I actually like the taste. I don't know, some people don't like it, but I really enjoy the taste, like very acid, and it's good, they say, for your blood sugar levels, so not to have like a super big spike before eating carbs. I mean, there's not many carbs, but still, I like to start the day, I feel better. That's good. I like to leave it for a moment before I eat something, but first, the most important, of course, coffee. I really like to use this camera because you have your hands free. My coffee corner that you see in the videos. So here it is, a short description. I have the Malconic coffee grinder that I really like. I think for good coffee is very important Basalon coffee, of course, and a good coffee grinder. I think that's the main thing. And then I have like a automatic machine. That was like one of the first ones I got. And I took it out because unfortunately my good machine, the Sage one, is broken. So at the moment I'm using the automatic one, unfortunately. And here I have all the coffee and coffee cups. As I'm indoors, I'm using the Insta360 in low light mode. It gives you a bit better quality if it's low light. And to be honest, I love this sticky mount. It allows you to be very creative. Now time to prepare the kefir and berries. The good thing about a tiny camera is that you can put it everywhere. So we got some blueberries, raspberries for fiber, and kefir for protein and good bacteria. Especially after ultra races, I like to have a lot of fermented food to help the bacteria recover, because after eating sugar all the time and processed food, you need some good food. This is my favorite kitchen towel, cheap. I also like to add some chai seeds. Mix it well. I'm a bit obsessed. Yeah, I mean, it's not only my hobby, it becomes like a lifestyle, I think. So also very fulfilling. You see places and have experiences like no other. It's like I cannot think about traveling like just getting into a bus and that's it, you know. It's like just passing through the places. Cycling is like much more immersive. I film a lot of my adventures solo by myself, so I need a lightweight, versatile camera, not only to use as a vlogging camera like today in a day in life, but also to mount on my bike and capture all the action. Today's video is going to be filmed just on the Insta360 Go Ultra and also the mic Air. I might use my phone to show you how I use the camera with the accessories and settings, so you can see and judge for yourself. And remember that you have all the information and accessories in the links in the description and exclusive discounts for Insta360 if you want to pick up a camera for yourself. This video is supported by Insta360, but I'm going to show you how I honestly use it for every video. And remember to subscribe so you support the channel. Let's jump into the action. So time to get changed and do some core exercises before hitting the indoor trainer. Good thing about this camera is that you can literally place it anywhere. Okay, first and most important is the bike setup. Of course, we have 2 indoor trainers, one Wahoo Kicker bike, but my husband took it over, so then I got a trainer with my bike that I set it up. So this is quite nice because it's quite small and portable. The Cycplus T3 trainer is also very affordable. And then we have, of course, shoe drying. We got this one in Amazon. It's really practical, not only for winter when your shoes get wet, but also for indoor training. So if you get sweaty feet, you can use that to dry your shoes. So I like to have the saddle I normally use also in my other bikes, and I've been loving this Cycplus fan. So I got first one for myself, and then my husband of course got envy, so we got a second one. You can set it up in 2 positions, so that's pretty cool. But we also have a rack with all our cycling clothes, so jackets, jersey, helmets, some of our memorabilia. So the 2 Transcontinentals, race around the Netherlands, Bohemian Border Bash. This is the sword I won when I finished first woman. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And this is probably my most expensive cycling outfit. All the caps from the ultra races. I mean, these events can be quite expensive, but I like to keep the collection. So not only races, but also events, and of course, Paris-Brest Paris, and a weightlifting rack. So to do some like deadlifts or like also squats, and some weights here, dumbbells, and of course a yoga mat. Okay, so first what I like to do is to take one of the TheraBands to do, I don't know if you heard the Pogačar warm-up, so he uses some elastic bands before the races to warm up. I also like to do that before a workout because it fires up your glutes already. So I'm gonna place the Insta360 Go Ultra in my weight rack. Okay, let's start with some squats. Next, I like to do some glute bridges. Now let's try to place the Insta360 on the lifting rack, see what kind of angle we can get. I like to experiment with it, it's quite fun. So I like to have a wide stance for this exercise. And now some deadlifts. So I think this is gonna be fun, placing the camera into the shoes. For indoor training, I like to use my road shoes. Okay, let's use this mount. I just normally glue it. Whoop. No, not to the TV. Here. Another cool feature about this camera is that I have it in video mode, but when it detects like low light conditions, especially indoors, it switches automatically to pure video mode. So if I start recording here, it switches into pure video mode that is better in low light conditions to give me a better image quality. The action pod itself here at the bottom is also magnetic, so here we have my desk and whoop, you can see now the action pod is over there, so it stick to the metal surface, so not only the camera but also the bottom of the action pod is also magnetic. Now let's jump to the bike. So I have the Insta360 again on the sticky mount. And I can preview it with the remote. So I just place it at the top to see what I'm recording. Oof. It's gonna be tough. I'm starting my Cycplus fan. It comes with this nice remote. Oof. Let's start. So I'm starting the intervals, but first I need some energy. I have a food pouch here on my bike, and let's have a 30-gram gel. Important, maybe some candies later. You know, I ride for candies. The more angles, the better, right? Let's place it over here. So the weather seems better now. I'm gonna go for a ride outside. I hope it doesn't rain. I'm putting on a winter base layer. I really like this one from SPATZ. It's the best one I tried so far. And then I'll be on long sleeve jersey. So it's nice and warm but still breathable. It's not really cold, it's just that it's very stormy, very windy, and it can rain. I mean, in the Netherlands you have to be prepared for all seasons in one day. Alright, so now I'm recording with the Insta360 here on the cap with the clip mount, and I like this one because you can move your head, especially if you want to look downwards. It's quite useful. So as you never know if it's gonna rain or not, I'm taking my Albion rain jacket and a burner in case it gets cold. And I leave mounted my tail fin bikepacking bags, the frame bag and the top tube bag, because it's useful even for, you know, normal rides. You can store all your things there very easily. I don't like to have things on my pocket, and I'm taking my Rose Reveal bike. It's an endurance road bike. Good thing about this mount is also like you can angle it even down. So if you need to show any objects, it's really good. So here I'm gonna take my light. This is like a radar light that I got. It's similar to the Garmin radar, but actually the battery lasts quite long and is very lightweight. It's from Cyclist. And then let's see, we got here by computer, so I can record the ride and then it will synchronize the data with the Insta360, and I can overlay it if I want after using the Insta360 app, which is really cool. I think that's one of my favorite features, and you can not only do it with the Insta360 Go Ultra, but also with all the Insta360, the Go 3X, the X5. And talking about the X5, I think I'm also gonna take it just to show you maybe a bit more angles and how I use the Go Ultra more easily. I'm using the Insta360 stem mount. This one you can use it with any like stem, and it has a mount for your computer. It can be Garmin or Wahoo. Then you can mount at the front your cameras, for example in this case the Insta360 X5. Then I mount my Garmin computer, I also leave my supernova light mounted on my bike because it's winter, so it gets dark pretty quickly. This one is quite good and also lightweight. As I mentioned, there's a lot of accessories. I'm gonna pack the mounts for the Go Ultra so I can show you the different angles. We have this mount that you can mount anywhere, so I like to mount it on the handlebar. You can use it with any handlebar really because of the elastic bands. I think I tried to make it a bit tighter. To be honest, my hands are a bit numb since you can rotate it, so it makes it easier. My hands are quite numb since a few months, but really since I finished Atlas Mountain Race. It was brutal, to be honest. Oh my god, I got a special proposition. A Insta360 ring. So this small ring, you can use it to control the camera while cycling. It's very useful and super tiny and lightweight. I love that. You know, I'm a weight weenie. And then it's time to dress my microphone. So I'm using to record the audio in this video the Insta360 Mic Air. So you have the receiver. It's really cool because you can use it. I can plug it to my phone, for example. And yeah, I can use it as a mic for my phone or connect it directly using Bluetooth to the camera. So no need for receiver or cables. It's super easy. Let's dress it up. Look how cute it looks with the little wind muff. It also needs to dress up for winter. But it's quite windy in the Netherlands, so this is quite useful. I don't like videos with bad audio. And the mount, the sticky mount, and a strap. So I think I'm gonna keep this here. Still have some garbage there from last weekend. The mount, the ND filters, maybe the strap, and of course some candies. Good thing about this camera, I can stick it in any metal surface, so no need for a specific mount, so I can film easily. Okay, so now I'm gonna remove the clip mount. That's the one I was using on my cap. It's really useful, especially if you like to go hiking, etc. New York junkies. I got it when I went to New York last year. It was really fun. First time over there. And now I'm gonna get ready, so I'm gonna put on my helmet. Alrighty, I got my gloves. I love these SPATZ gloves, are game changer for the winter. Now time to change my Crocs for the Kogel road shoes. Now I stick the camera to the chair. Every metallic surface is your tripod with this camera. So now I nearly forgot to put on the overshoes. I'm using this SPATZ neoprene one. My feet get super cold during the winter. Maybe it's also more aero covering the boa dial. Okay, so now let's put on the camera using the magnet pendant here. Get it out of the action pod and the fluffy microphone. So here we have the camera and we have it in video mode. And I'm gonna use it at 4K 30, but it's up to 60, so let's see how it looks. First 4K 60 frames per second in standard. Yeah, so now I'm talking to you using the Insta360 Mic Air, but as you can see, it's super windy. That's the thing in the Netherlands, you know. It's pretty flat, but you have very strong wind. And today, unfortunately, I have strong wind. But luckily, I brought plenty of candies. But let me know, how do you think it sounds, the mic air, even with this strong wind? I think much better than without the microphone. I mean, the in-camera mic is really good, but the mic air with the wind muff is another level, to be honest. I love that because you don't need any cables or anything, so you just connect it to the camera using the Bluetooth, which is really nice, and it's so tiny and lightweight. I mean, you notice I'm away winning, right? Now, this is cycle lane. So bumpy one is not the best example of cycle lanes. When you think about the Netherlands, normally you think like, okay, awesome cycle lanes. This is not my favorite one, but another day I can show you my favorite route. It's called the Markemer. It has really good cycle lanes, very smooth, no traffic lights. I like to do it on the weekends because it's good for base training. Today I'm also doing an easy ride. I'm following a training plan just to keep motivated for the winter. You know, it's hard to push yourself to go outside when it's cold and rainy. Let's hope today it doesn't rain. It looks a bit cloudy. All right, so now I have the mount mounted on the strappy mount on the handlebar, so I can recall myself, which is pretty cool. So you see, now I rotated it to the side just to give you a bit of another perspective. So now we're gonna strap the mount to the chainstays, switching the strap. So now I have the short strap. Okay, let's get the gloves out, and also a good candy break. I ride for candies. This is Halloween edition. The world is your tripod. So we have 2.5 men. Look at this. So yeah, it's getting cold. Gonna put the gloves on and you can make it even warmer. Just pull out this. Yep. It goes from 5 finger to 3 fingers. Lobster glove. Ready. Okay, back home after the ride. Finally time to relax the rest of the day on the couch. But let me know, what do you think about this tiny camera? Finally, I'm using it in the vlogging mode with the flip up screen, just holding it in my hand. Let me know, would you use a tiny camera like this one? Leave your comment below. And remember, you can find exclusive discounts on Insta360 and more in the links in the description. Until the next adventure, I'm tired.